Robbie.
Well, Sam, 2 years in a row, you're basically breaking in a new team, it seems like, and this is a new landscape of college basketball. I mean, what's it like getting to know these girls and kind of get started with them?
Yeah, so obviously year two, it's the climate. It's like last year's hashtag of own it. It is what it is in college sports. So for me, it's the beauty of relationships, selling a vision, bringing people together as one, and just putting in work like we did last year. And let's get to that NCAA tournament. Colin?
And a lot of change up from last year, but also Jakayla, somebody who's kind of been a through line through your time here.
Right.
At this time this season, how do you kind of go about replacing not just a player who scores a lot of points, but also can go get you a bucket when you really need it?
Yeah, I don't think you ever replace anybody. I just think it's you seize the opportunity. Everybody on our team's aware of what she brought to our team, but what I love about the DNA and what I'm seeing so far in 1 week of work is just that undeniable work ethic that everybody's trying to step up their games. Because if you look at our roster that we have currently right now, I have a unique group with someone like Crisp, who transferred from UNC. When you look at her stats at Arizona State, she was 11 points a game. All right, same for Chandler. All right, Chandler, people don't remember, Chandler tore her ACL when she transferred from Oklahoma State. So she didn't get a summer workout. And then obviously she came on strong, and you can just continue to go down the line. And what I'm trying to do is get everybody back to their career highs, right, where they were playing great as individuals, but also trying to challenge them to get in the gym really quick. Because I said this last year, to your point, Robbie, is we got to fail fast and we got to learn quick. We got to come together and play together. And if we can have that mindset of hard work every single day, then a collective effort will replace what someone like Jakayla brought to this team. And let's see what kind of team we can put on the floor.
Sam?
Yeah, with Chandler coming back for another season, what do you just kind of see her role or her impact being, especially now a year removed in recovery from that injury?
Yeah, sky high. I mean, you saw her growth throughout the year where, if you go back, I kind of talked about it. Our goals for her last year was just get to Christmas, get healthy, get to a spot where we get your body back and let's see what happens. And she worked her way in the starting lineup. She played 1 through 4. This year, I've got a lot more height. So I'm gonna try to simplify it and just keep her in the 2 and 3 spot to just keep her a little bit more production standpoint where she's less thinking and just playing, because the young lady is just absolute a motor and relentless. So I just see a big year from her, both offense and defensively, and then most importantly, her leadership. What I love about Chandler, you've already seen this summer, she went to the Black Student Association group out in Chicago. She's more than just a basketball player. She's a person. She's in a sorority. She's living the best life of college. So I've got a lot of big time goals for Chandler.
Jacob?
Coach, kind of going off that, you got Destiny back, somebody who flashed quite a bit last year. What kind of jump do you expect from her this upcoming season?
Yeah, big one too. Obviously, that was the #1 junior college player in the country. That game in Missouri, I think we all remember, where she just flat out got hot and stepped up at a huge part of the year. She's put in great work. She's off to a great summer. She's a dynamic scorer. So she was one who complimented Anaya and Jerk. And to your question earlier, that's someone that I could see filling in with more shot opportunities and obviously a larger role if she keeps it up this summer.
Sam?
What are just your thoughts about Denham and DeBrisha both transferring to Ole Miss?
I wish them the best. Yeah, Poe's always going to be a Mississippi State Bulldog. She graduated from here. She graduated in 3 years, and just like any other kid, you're thankful for their time here, and you wish them nothing but the best.
Colin?
And with this being your 4th off-season workout, what are some of the things you've learned as a head coach that maybe change your approach, or something you're excited about getting back to this time of year?
Yeah, so our approach in the summer is, first and foremost, you look at the dynamics of my staff. We just updated the website in this new climate. Sam Williams is going to be our chief of basketball strategy, where she'll be doing a lot more with today's climate and rules behind the scenes. But I've got 3 former head coaches. And then I've got obviously Tony Dukes, who's a rising star in this business. So in the summer, it's delegating to them, allowing them to have their voice. Obviously, I'm at every workout and I'm coaching and jumping in parts, but just allowing my people to go to work, really focused on an individual work, and just making sure we have a healthy summer where we turn it over and fight and push and get outside of our comfort zone, and then we reel them in and come in September and we really try to put a team together.
Robbie?
I guess one of the biggest question marks going into this year is post play. I mean,
Yeah.
you lost a big piece, obviously, but brought in a couple pieces. I mean, what do you see from that position right now?
Yeah, so you're going to see some explosion. That's another one. Richardson from Ole Miss, all right, is a dynamic, explosive, undersized 6'2". That's another one when you look at the roster. All right, she had unbelievable numbers her freshman year at Auburn. All right, so can we get her back to her career high where she had those minutes? And then you've got Madison Francis, who I'm flying out on a plane tomorrow to go watch out for USA basketball for U19. She's graduating high school this week. She hasn't arrived, and then we might have a surprise for you all in the media here in another 2 weeks for another announcement. The Bulldogs are still recruiting, and there might be an announcement we make here soon to add another piece. But you look at Rocio, who's been working extremely hard last year, who redshirted. She's my enforcer. And then Faith from Stony Brook is an unbelievable athlete where they're able to catch and rip, which these young ladies are going to allow us to play out more in space. All right, space the floor, which will allow our guards to eat. So I'm really excited what you're going to be able to watch this year.
Colin?
I know things in college sports in general are changing really quickly
Yeah.
right now, but how does that impact you at this time of year when you're doing a lot of recruiting, and how does that kind of change your approach?
Yeah, so my word for me is attack. You got to attack it. You know, I watch a lot of stuff and read a lot of comments where people have a negative tone towards what's going on, but I don't think negative gets you anywhere in today's college business. You got to adapt. You got to be on the front edge, and that's why I'm excited here to work at Mississippi State. You know, especially when someone like Zach, where you just see the cool things that we're doing, right? With the renovations. When I think about my last 3 years here, the commitment we've made to the practice facility, the gym, the training room, and most importantly, our locker room has been awesome. Football building a new practice facility, and then how about welcoming Coach O'Connor? All right, that baseball entry was something I've never seen before. I mean, it was first class. So whether it's introductions, facility improvements, or just trying to be on the cutting edge of today's climate with shared revenue, I couldn't be more happy with the direction Zach's leading us and where we're going, so we can handle this and punch it in the face. And those people who find the answers and can find the model are the ones who are going to succeed, and that's our vision and that's our goal right now.
Jacob?
Coach, whenever you're recruiting the transfer portal, how hard is it to balance kind of getting the best players, but also getting the players that kind of fit your program, what you're trying to do?
Yeah, it's a loaded question. Yeah, so obviously right now, I'm obviously the captain for the SEC. So we just talked about this in our Women's Basketball Coaches Association. If anything we can change in college athletics, we need to shrink the transfer portal window. It's too long, right? It is what it is. Student athletes have the right, but we need to shrink this so we can turn it over quickly, put a roster together. But within it, you know, once you get the team, it is what it is. You got to own it, and like I said, you got to attack it. So we're focused on attacking it, putting it together, getting to know each other as people. But when you get to know each other, people, shout out to my staff, because what people don't understand is when the season ends, there was no vacation. We were immediately in the office working 16-hour days for probably about 6 weeks, looking up players, calling it, and our model is making sure that we got to know them as people, did every background check as possible, because like you want to do, you know, as we're building this program, is continue to win with good people. And I think we did a great job of that. The character of this group is really special. The personalities of this group is really special. And so now let's just put them on the court. And like I said, we sold them a vision. Let's see if we can't get them to be the best individuals in the summer. And when you get them as the best individuals, then that's how you build a team come September when official practice starts.
Sam?
With Madison Francis gone at Team USA, what is just kind of the plan of when she might actually get onto campus, and how do you see her impacting as a freshman?
Yeah, so obviously the young lady's dynamic. It's like all my freshmen. I'm really proud of Jayla Lampley and the start that she's came in. Natalia Gray's been a great start. It's going to be the same for Madison. We're just going to make sure first and foremost that she's comfortable at school, and then just slowly making sure that she understands our language. And the next level of what college basketball is. But I think she's going to be in a good situation playing with USA basketball and the talent that she's already been exposed to, which will help set her apart. And then as far as what day she'll get here, we don't know yet. Because how it works is she's in trials. They started actually today. But what I love about the young lady and her family is graduation means something to her. So she's gonna walk the stage, USA basketball games, they're blessing. She'll show up Thursday, for first day of practice, and then she'll try to make the team. And if she makes the team, she gets a week break, and then she's right back to Colorado for 2 weeks, and then they go overseas to play competition. And if she doesn't, what a great experience. And she had experience with USA basketball the year before, and then she'll be here in 2 weeks ready for summer school.
Robbie?
Kind of expanding on that, but your freshman class as a whole, I mean, it's one of the best classes in school history, and probably going to have to impact in year one. I mean, what's your impressions on those three and what they can do in their first year?
Yeah, so my thing for them, like anybody, is you're a freshman, but let's as quick as we can take that label off, the better. Obviously, there's no doubt they need experience, and that's why we're working on 2 days a week, open gym outside of our practice hours. They're in there competing, fighting, and that's what I challenge them is, what are your goals? And then your goals, you got to have discipline. You got to come in here and you got to understand how to work, and that's been our focus to them, is to understand what the college level looks like, what do daily commitments look like, and then just trying to make sure they stay the course and most importantly stay healthy, and that's what they've done a great job.